everyone, my name is Jenna, but you guys can call me Jenna. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my end of year holiday vlog, I guess you could say. It's not quite yet the holidays, it is currently December 20th. But I wanted to pop in and start this vlog because I want to roll for the books that I'm gonna be reading. And because I'm not gonna be home for a little bit this Christmas season, because I'm going to be actually going up to the lake on Christmas Day, I'm going to be bringing a lot of books with me. So, as you guys know, if you saw my last vlog, I am currently still reading A Spear Cuts Through Water by Simone Jimenez, which I do plan on finishing before before the end of this week. And then next up, I rolled in that video Thistlefoot by Jenna Rose Nethercott, which I'm going to be bringing with me if I don't also finish that this week. We'll see how my reading goes this week. But on top of that, I'm also going to be bringing these two holiday romances with me, which are not part of my rolling list. They are simply holiday romances that I want to get to. We have The Holiday Trap by Roan Parrish and Kiss Her Once for Me by Alison Cochrane. Love that for me. Got some holiday festive cheer. I want to see what other books I'm going to bring with me. I'm going to the lake for like 3 days, 4 days. I'm not sure how long. Literally nothing to do up there, so I'm going to be reading a lot. Let's roll. List, dice. I'm gonna roll one at a time. And I think I'm gonna roll two, just because 2 more seems like a reasonable number because, you know, I already have those 3. So let's see. No. Already reading that one, so can't do that, but okay. 14 is Thistlefoot. Man, these dice really want me to read what I'm reading currently. Alright, what does that say? I can't really read it, the glare is in the way. A 3! Okay. The dice heard me talking in my previous vlog saying that I hadn't picked any of these first 3, but we're gonna be bringing Valor with, which is a good choice, I think, because, you know, it's always nice to read a super epic fantasy at the cabin. And I am 200 pages into this one, so finally gonna finish this one. Alright, so that one's rolled. Let's roll once more with this one. Oh my god. 17. Okay, so 17 is Blood Marked, which is way up there, which is the sequel to Legend Born. What a good one. I think that's probably a good choice. Maybe I'll even end the year on this one. We'll see, but okay. That is it. Those are the rolls. Okay, so we're gonna be bringing these 2 Christmas romances with, and then I'm gonna read Thistlefoot once I'm done The Spear Cuts Through Water, and then I'm gonna be reading Valor, finally finishing that, and getting into Blood Marked, which is an anticipated book for this year, so excited. Those are the rolls. I will see you again later this week when I actually start vlogging properly and get this festivity started, but for now, I gotta go back to work and get things done. Hello, my lovely friends. It is now Friday, Christmas Eve, the 23rd of December, and I just finished reading The Spear Cuts Through Water by Simone Jimenez. And that was one of the most beautiful stories I have ever read. Most brutal, most heartbreaking, most beautiful stories. One of these last quotes had me just, like, hurting. It was this quote that is, "Would you stop if they were? No. They have already seen my life. They have seen my most shameful moments. Why would I deny them one of my most beautiful?" This story, this was beautifully written. This was stunning. Oh my god, it's genius. It's a geniusly written story. I am fully in awe of this. It is so wonderfully told. I don't even know how to describe it, guys. Like, go pick this up. Please go pick this up. It is so good. All right. That was amazing. Wow. What a good, I'm trying to also put the cover back on. Hold on. What a good book. Wow. The way that the narrative of this is simultaneously cyclical and rounded and like churning in a circle, it is also incredibly beautifully woven and knotted, and God, what a good book. That's amazing. It is now midnight. Tomorrow is Christmas Eve. So that means officially things are gonna get kicking off. I ended up finishing my mom's second pillowcase. Now we got both pillowcases done. I also today have watched so many different things as I was like finishing these pillowcases, and then I started trying to crochet some mittens, but I have to restart because that mitten is too big. Gotta find a different pattern because the one that I was using is not working. Today I had a half day at work, so I decided to go out for a little bit and get some stuff at Walmart that I needed. And then I came home and started watching The Santa Claus, which is one of my favorite movies, one of my favorite Christmas movies ever. And then I filmed some videos, and then I continued to watch The Santa Claus. And then after that I was like, I don't know what to watch. So I went onto Netflix, and then I was like, what about Dash and Lily? I've never watched that. And then I watched that, and it was absolutely beautiful. I had a low-key bad dinner. It was something from my freezer that I was just like, let me just use this up. And it was kind of gross. And I watched all of Dash and Lily, and it was very cute and also not what I was expecting at all. Yeah, but I really liked the show when what they did. It was very good. It was very good. And the ending, it was like when Dash and Lily are together, because obviously it's like a romance, right? And they're kissing, and I'm just like, this is the most awkward real life kissing I've ever seen in a movie. This is very good. It wasn't a movie, it was a TV show, but yeah, I watched that, and then I decided, because I saw a TikTok previously with the Gina Rodriguez movie, Something Great, I decided to watch that, and it was okay. It was alright. But like watching all of these love stories, just, it gave me that like achy, sad feeling of wanting to be so desperately in love, which is something that I've, it comes up when you're watching all these sappy movies. That overwhelmed me. And then I decided to read this, and it also is overwhelming, but in a good way. I think I'm gonna start Thistlefoot tonight. I've like been wanting to read it all day too, so I think I'm gonna do that and read a little bit of it for a bit. But I do have to do some stuff tomorrow. Mainly just wash my hair and get packed and get ready to be away from my place for a few days. Tomorrow is gonna be Christmas Eve at my parents' place, and then Christmas Day we're going up to the lake. We're gonna stay up there for a couple days. I believe we're coming home on the 27th because my parents are leaving again on the 29th in the morning, and they want me to be at their house in the night of the 28th, and I also wanted to like come home and just have a day to myself. So because of that and like do laundry and like repack my bag and stuff like that, to do all of that, we gotta come home on the 27th now. Go hang out with Bella for the rest of the week. But yeah, we get a good start to this week, guys. This is phenomenal. This was phenomenal. Anyways, I'm gonna call it here, kind of get my night started. But yeah, tomorrow's the beginning of the festivities, so buckle in for some montages. Let's get these festivities started. Hello, my lovely friends. Happy Christmas Eve! I'm gonna pack up and go to mom and dad's in a bit, but I wanted to pop in because I have present to open. This is from Phoebe, and Phoebe reached out and said, hey, you should open this on Christmas Eve because my whole family's opening up gifts on Christmas Eve, and I think it would be fun if you did too. That's what I'm going to do. This came all the way from England, so please excuse this, but I love this as well because it says just in case on it. It's a pack of tissues, which I love. I find that so funny. So, and you know what? You never can go wrong with a pack of tissues. So that is going into my car for sure. Because whenever I'm in there, especially in the winter, I always need that. But thank you again, Phoebe. You don't have to send me anything. This is so nice. We get a curd. Oh, to Jen. I hope you have a very cozy Christmas from Phoebe. Thank you, Phoebe. I hope you have a lovely Christmas as well. Open up this curd. Oh, it's a little dragon. Oh, that's so sweet. Yes, if I ever come to England, Phoebe, I will be hitting you up. You have no idea. And I really want to go to England. That's like, I know my heart lives there, so. Sick whistle. Oh my goodness me. Wait. Oh my god, it's Legends and Lattes, but oh my gosh, it's the painted edge. Phoebe, did you do this yourself? Oh, and there's a beautiful bookmark. Thank you. This is lovely. Look at this. It's got like leaves and stuff on one side and then has a token quote on the other. It says, it simply isn't an adventure worth telling if there aren't any dragons. Which, agreed. Oh my gosh. Phoebe, did you do these edges yourself? Because that's insane. Look at that. What does that say? For anyone who wondered. Oh, for anyone who wondered where the other road led. That's what it says. Oh my gosh. Phoebe, thank you so much. This is so special. Thank you, darling. That's amazing. I'm obsessed. Oh, it's my favorite book of the year. Y'all know. Oh, thank you, Phoebe. That's so sweet. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Anyways, my lovely friends, I'm gonna continue kind of just hanging out here, and I'm going to eventually go to mom and dad's, get my hair sorted. I have all my stuff like sitting on my bed. I just need to actually put it in a suitcase. I'm so excited. Last night, I read about 75 pages of Thistlefoot, and it's interesting so far, so that's good. But that'll be coming with me, along with those 4 other books there, the 2 Festives and Valor and Bloodmarked. So should be a good time. Should be a lovely time. Gonna get a lot of reading done. I'll catch up with you guys later.
Oh, it's a little girl. Oh, it's a little baby. Hello. Merry Christmas. Hey, hey, come here. Come here, stick your head in the bag. She says, it's my bag. Did you bring me any gifts? Did you bring me any gifts? She says, oh, Merry Christmas, girly burly. Yes. Okay, let's go see.
Friday, December 27th. Is that today? I think so. I'm back home for a little bit. I'm actually kind of gathering my stuff right now, and I'm gonna head back to mom and dad's because I'm gonna go hang out with Bella for a day. Plans have changed a little bit. It's no longer sitting there for a couple days now. I'm gonna be there just for tonight and then tomorrow, and then I'm coming home again, and then I'm gonna spend the rest of the holidays back at my place. And I wanted to kind of pop in and say hi on my way home to my parents' place. I'm gonna be stopping at the Indigo nearby and making my way through that 40% off hardback sale that Indigo's having on right now. It's 30% off for regular shoppers, 40% off for Plum Plus holders, and of course, I'm a Plum Plus holder. I spend so much money there. But I'm gonna go and I'm just gonna have a mosey. There's like one book that I really, really want, so hopefully they have that in stock. Who knows what I'll end up getting? Even with the 40% off, hardbacks are very expensive in Canada, so I can't go crazy like I've been seeing everyone in the States going with the 50% off at Barnes & Noble, because that, gosh, I wish Indigo would get on that train. Christmas has been lovely. Things are great. But yeah, I also wanted to pop in and say that I have finished 2 books this weekend, which is awesome. This holiday season, I guess. Time is liminal in this Christmas limbo, the Crimbo limbo, if you will. Finished Thistlefoot, which honestly was so bored by. I honestly don't remember anything that was going on in that book. I was just kind of bored the whole way through, which is so sad because I was very excited for that book. It just didn't have the depth and connection that I was wanting. Like, first 25% of the book, we had already like been months into the story, and I was like, I feel like we haven't even gotten time to know our characters or Thistlefoot the house. It's a Baba Yaga retelling, but it was just fine. And then I ended up finishing reading and finishing The Holiday Trap by Roan Parrish, which is the queer holiday book. I don't even want to say it's a holiday book because it felt so not Christmassy or not holiday-y at all, but it actually felt like the movie The Holiday a little bit. It's like the same concept where you have 2 people who swap houses over the holiday season. In here we have Truman and Greta who swap houses for a month. Greta's from Maine, this little island out in Maine that's really cold and lonely, and she feels like her family is just like super controlling and wants to get away from it all. And then Truman has just had his heart broken by this guy who was actually married and so he lives in New Orleans and he just wants to get away, and their mutual friend is like, well, fun fact, I've heard of another person who just had this same thing. I'm gonna hook you 2 up. And so they swap houses for a month. Each of them find their person and fall in love in the different places. It was fun and cheesy. It didn't give me any of the holiday spirit cheer that I was hoping for, but it was still like a fun book. It was a little insta-lovey in some instances, and it was a little bit fast in some instances, but it's hard to squish 2 love stories into 1 romance book. I know this. Because like the whole time I was like, I wish we were spending more time getting to know these people, or the love interest. Like I wish we got the love interest point of view more than anything, but you can't do that when you have 2 different love interests and 2 main characters, right? You have both Truman and Greta. But yeah, it was fine. It wasn't blowing me away or anything. And then yesterday I was like, okay, we're back on the game of reading. I'm gonna start rereading a little bit of Valor, which is currently here in my bag, and keep going with this one. And immediately I was so sucked in. I forgot how much I love these books. And like the whole time I was sitting there, I was like, honestly, if anyone who absolutely loves Game of Thrones wanted more book recommendations, I would tell them to visit John Gwynne, because John Gwynne does that epic fantasy even better than George R.R. Martin. Like, it's so good. I reread. I think I was at a Corbin chapter. I think I was at chapter 48. And then I backed up to a previous Corbin chapter just so that I could like remind myself of what was going on. I backed up to like there, and I backed up to 229, and I was originally on 276 or something. And then I read up to, my bookmark fell out. I believe I stopped at 359 because that's kind of where my annotation stopped. I think I'm there, and that's where the book falls open too. And tomorrow I'm gonna probably carve through as much of this as I can and get this done. I have this one as well that I would probably like to get to, which is Kiss Her Once for Me by Alison Cochrane. So these 2 are coming back to my parents' place with me, and we'll see what I end up reading, if I end up reading anything. That's kind of the update, my friends. Watched so many holiday movies. We watched Home Alone and The Holiday on Christmas Eve before we went up to the lake, and then Christmas morning we went up to the lake, and on Christmas Day we ended up watching Christmas with the Cranks, which is the stupidest movie, but one that we watch every season. And then I think last night Dad put on whatever that new Sandra Bullock and Channing Tatum and Dan Radcliffe movie is. It was so stupid. And it was one of those movies where you're like, why was this movie so star-studded? For what? Like, we got Sandy Bullock. We have freaking Brad Pitt, who's like on screen for like 2 minutes. Like, it's crazy. Out of all the Christmas gifts, I think this one's probably the best. So I'm not setting it up quite yet. I don't have a case for it and I'm terrified. I'm terrified. I've had this phone that I currently film on for like 4 years. Dad thinks it's been 5. I don't think it's been quite that long, but I've had it for a really long time. So I am so excited to see what new camera quality this is going to be. This is not the newest phones. It's the 13. I am so amped. I didn't think I was getting a new phone for like ever because this one works just fine. I'm so excited for the camera quality, and it's green. You can't really tell, but it's like the dark green, which is so sexy. So sexy. But yeah, I'm so excited for the camera quality for filming and for taking pictures. Guys, it's gonna be so good. I have a case coming to me in the mail this week, and hopefully that will arrive, and then I can go set this baby up and we'll have a camera quality swap before the end of this vlog. But that's, yeah, Christmas was great. Mom and Dad really liked their crocheted gifts. Mom was obsessed with the pillows. We had some friends up on the 26th to the cabin for like lunch. As soon as they arrived, Mom was like, oh, I have to show you what Jenna made me, and she was so excited about the pillows and how they matched Dad's blanket. But anyways, I need to stop talking because I need to gather my things and go, because I want to go to Indigo and hit up that sale. So I'm gonna do that, and I'll chat with you guys a little later. December 28th. I'm here, freshly showered, washed. I'm about to go upstairs and make myself some coffee and just have a chill day. Mom and Dad are gone now. It's just me here for a little bit. I actually don't know how long they're going to be gone for, but that's all. That's it. That's all. Last night I ended up starting and finishing Kiss Her Once for Me by Alison Cochrane, and it was good. It was better than the holiday swap, I think. I enjoyed it more. Our main character was very messy. Very messy, and like I honestly don't believe that she really learned like by the end of it about the whole like failure thing. She had a thing about failure, and she was the same about it for so long, even with all her friends being like, you are not listening to us when we were telling you about this failure thing. Like, this isn't failing what we're doing right now. This is just, there's no such thing as actual failure. Like, you ran away from things at the first sign of any kind of strife because you're terrified of failing, thus you fail. So it was good. It was not as Christmassy as I thought it was going to be, but it was still fine. It's still fine. And I really liked Jack, the love interest. She was so good. But anyways, yes, yesterday when I last talked to you, I went to the Indigo 40% off sale, which was great. There were so many people in the store. Holy man. I wanted one specific book, and I had ideas about the other ones, but this was the specific book, was The Stars Undying by Emmy Robin. I've just heard wonderful things about. It's a sci-fi, I believe. I know nothing about it. All I know is that it's really good. It's perfect for fans of Anne Leckie and Arcady Martine. The Stars Undying is a queer, spectacular space opera debut inspired by the rise and fall of ancient Roman Egypt and the lives and loves of Cleopatra and Julius Caesar. And then I kind of walked around for a bit, and I've been humming and hawing about getting this specific book because novellas are so expensive. Like, they're so expensive. They're the regular price of a hardback book, and you're getting like half of the book, right? But because of that, because he had 40% off, I was like, I could do that. So I picked up Nettle and Bone by T. Kingfisher. This has been on my radar for a while. Hannah H.M. Long on TikTok raves about it. And it was one of her favorite reads of the year. So I was like, I gotta pick this up. I'm so intrigued by it. So picked that up. And then I don't know if you guys watch Books and Lala, probably, because she's very big on BookTube, but I was watching her romance romance series. And one of the books on that list like really intrigued me. There was actually a few that I added to my like want to read, but the one specifically was Honey and Spice by Bolu Babalola. I was like, I'm gonna go see if it comes in hardcover, and it did. So I was like, this is great. So I picked this up too. I'm happy with these three choices. I was gonna pick two originally, but then I was like, you know what? It's fine. And the three of them together was $66, which is crazy for three hardcover books, because each of these hardcover books are like $40 plus like with tax, regular price. So three of them would have been almost $100 or more. So I'm happy with that $60 price tag for these three. But yeah, if you guys saw, or you guys will be seeing, when is this going up? No, if you guys saw, this is going up in the new year. If you guys saw my stats video and goals video, I did talk about how I had bought too many books and I didn't end up shrinking my TBR at all. That is very true. I have bought way too many books. But in 2023, I'm gonna just be more mindful about that. I just wanted to like do one last little hurrah of book buying. Also, because my shelves are so full, I really don't have I don't have any room for books anymore, so I need to read what I have and then use my library, which is exciting. Now, what did I do with Valor? I had it in my hand a second ago. Oh no, I put it at the end of the bed. Okay. Anyways, I'm gonna go upstairs and I'm gonna read more of Valor with my coffee and my breakfast, and hopefully I finish this today, which would be very nice. And then the only other book that I have that I rolled for is Bloodmarked, so that'll be lovely. I'll be able to start that later, maybe today, tomorrow, kind of a thing. But yeah, it's just me and Bella today. Bella's sitting in the front window, staring outside, and it's gonna be a good day. I don't know how long I'm gonna be here for, but I will be going home a little later, so it is officially December 28th. This year's going too quickly. This last week is going too quickly. Ah!
Guess what, my darling girl? Mommy and Daddy are on their way home. They are on their way home. Did you know that? Oh my gosh. You're gonna be so excited, aren't you? Oh, thank you. They're on their way home. What is it today? December 29th. It's Thursday. Hi, hello. I am here having a little bit of a rough time, but that's okay. Personal life shit. But I wanted to pop in and say hi because I got home yesterday from Mom and Dad's, and I intended on reading the rest of Valor yesterday, and I did not. I spent much of the night crying, but that's all right. I was watching some like Dungeons and Dragons content yesterday, so today I'm kind of taking it easy. I've gone to the grocery store and I've read a little bit more of Valor. I'm now on page 410, so I'm gonna try and finish this today. We'll see. I think I have 3 hours left on the audiobook, so we'll do that. I also want to start working on my puzzle that I have because I've intended to do that between the Christmas and Crimbo limbo, so that'll be fun. But yesterday I finished working on starting my 2023
Jeez, I forgot the year for a second. 2023 reading journal. Now I have this, and I've also been informed that that sun is the sun from the Argentinian flag, which I did not know. I feel weird having it on my bullet journal now because I am not Argentinian, but it is taped in place. So I might find another sticker and stick it on the face just so that it's not like obviously the Argentinian sun, but who knows. I've got this set up. I got January set up. I did a couple changes from it from my last year's bullet journal. This year I did a book bracket, so like favorite books of the year or favorite books of each month will be in the starting spots, and then they'll fight to win my favorite book of the year. And I also took away the giant list of all my unread books just because I found that by the end of the year that list always gets so messy and I stop really using it, and I always have to tape in an extra page because I haul so many books throughout the year. So I just was like, you know what, it's fine. I don't need a master list of all the books that I have not read. I know I have over 100 and they're on the shelves behind me, so that's all that matters. So yeah, I took that one out, which freed up a lot of pages actually. And when I counted out all the months, which is what I usually do, I always leave a few things in the back of the bullet journal for my video plans and ideas because I like having that in a spot that's easily accessible. So I always put it in the back of my bullet journal. And then throughout all of these, I always go through and I kind of lay out like January front page, week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, and week 5, depending on how many weeks there are in the month. And then pages read, and then the book thing, you know, the list of books that I read every year. I keep it the same, I keep it simple. When I first started bullet journaling, I would always like change it up every month and like see if I could add any fun things or do fun themes, and it just got too much and too tiring to think about, so I just keep it easy. I pick a color, maybe 2, like for January I picked 2, and I run with it. And January usually ends up being a very similar color to my bullet journal itself, my bullet journal theme. So this year I went with this like wine colored bullet journal, and I don't have a pen that matches that or a marker, but I went with like a pink on the inside. And then I had these new washi tapes, so I like used them as well, and it kind of made it more of a like gray toned start, which I'm a big fan of. I really like these little washi tapes. Actually, you can see it best on this page. I have a bunch of different kinds of washis on this page. This is also the front piece to my January page. That's what I did yesterday. I did my bullet journal. Today I am just kind of hanging out. That's what this time between Christmas and New Year's is for, is just kind of hanging out and doing nothing. So did my bullet journal, ready for 2023. I'm going to start this puzzle at some point today. Mighty Vibes series, Caduceus. I'm very excited about this one because Caddy is my favorite. I also want to pick back up Project Second Story at some point and start reading through that, because I've realized timeline-wise, if I want to have Project Second Story out for publication by, I said March or April in my like goals video, that's what's been in my head for a while. That gives me like 2 months to get this edited and ready, and I don't think that's enough time. So I need to read through this, and I've decided I'm going to read through it and see if it really needs that big of a change before I reach out to an editor and go through the professional editing process, because I think having an editor is also going to help me make this story better, so I want to get it to an editor faster. And I'm also in the new year going to reach out to somebody who I want to do the cover for me, so that's very exciting. But I need to get things in order, and I need to reread it because it's been a while now, so I want to see how I feel about it. But actually I think I'm gonna open this now that I'm sitting here. I kind of want to do a puzzle, so we're gonna just sit right there. Oh, that's a terrible angle, isn't it? You can sit right there and we'll open this up. But yeah, Valor, the book that I'm currently reading, I'm really liking it. I find it so easy to sink back into John Gwynn's world. It feels like coming home. I think, like, I compared it to Game of Thrones originally, in like earlier in this video, but I think I could also compare it to like The Wheel of Time a little bit. It's got some similar concepts introduced, and I think that John Gwynn is doing the epic fantasy better than both Robert Jordan and George R.R. Martin in this series, The Faithful and the Fallen. I'm excited, and it's only 4 books long rather than being a ridiculous amount of books long. Oh, these pieces are so small. They're so little. It's a 1,000-piece puzzle. This is gonna take me forever, but okay. Let's get this puzzling started. Hello friends. It is now a little later. I have finished Valor. I was listening to the audiobook as I was puzzling. And puzzling, by the way, is going fairly okay. I am missing, like always, a frickin' edge piece. So it's in here somewhere. And it's literally driving me bananas because there's a few pieces that look like this. They look like edge pieces, but they're not quite exactly smooth on the edge piece. So they're not actually edge pieces and it throws me off, but yes. Anyways, Valor hurt me. Hurt me physically at the end. Not nearly as much as Malice did. I don't know why I couldn't remember the title, but ooh, was this good. And it makes me want to immediately dive into Ruin, which is something that John Gwynn's books do on the regular. They make me want to dive in to the sequels. So that's good. I'm probably gonna read Ruin very early in the new year because next is Bloodmarked. And I'm not gonna lie, I honestly don't want to read it right now. I'm just not in the mood for it. And I almost want to reread Legendborn and then go into Bloodmarked. So I think that's what I'm gonna do in the new year. I'm gonna move these to my January TBR. And I'm gonna reread Legendborn and then dive into this because I remember so little about Legendborn. I honestly don't think I could dive into Bloodmarked right away. So because of that, what did I do with my bullet journal? I'm going to roll for another read just because I want to know what I want to read next, possibly last, as we get into 2023. Last couple days of 2022 here. Okay, I got my dice. Okay, let me get my stuff. Got our list. We're going for it. I'm gonna cross off Valor. Valor, done. I've done pretty good. I've read 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 books so far off of this list. Anyways. Does that say 4? Oh my god, it does. You guys know what that is? That's Words of Freaking Radiance. Oh my god, am I gonna go into 2023 reading this behemoth? Oh my god, do I want to do that? Well, there's nothing else on this list that I'm like super called to right now as of the moment, because, you know, probably just mood. But, well, finish one epic fantasy, dive into another. I'm probably gonna have to look up a recap for The Way of Kings, because I don't remember much of that one. I think I remember enough for The Way of Kings to dive into Words of Radiance, so all right. I guess that's gonna be the last book that I read in 2022, because there's no way I'm gonna finish this 1,100 page novel, something like that, in like 2 days. So, okay. Well, anyways, I'm going to put on a show, I think, and I'm gonna keep puzzling. And then a little later, I will be starting The Words of Radiance. Oh boy. Hello everyone! Welcome to my new phone. I got my case this morning, so I set everything up. Took a long time, but I'm here now. Here she is. Here she is. Does it look different? I can't really tell. I was looking at the different camera stuff and oh, it is tracking me a little bit different than my previous phone. And I think it is a little bit clearer. Who's to say? Anyways, I got it all set up and I'm happy about that. I'm happy about it. And we'll see if there's actually a difference. But I'm excited to play around with the photos and camera and everything. It is officially Friday. It is 1:30 already, which is nuts. And now that I got everything set up, I'm gonna now dive back into my book that I started yesterday, which is The Words of Radiance by Brandon Sanderson. This book feels like a textbook on my lap. Like, I have it open like this, and it feels like I'm going through a textbook. It's wild. I've read 68 pages. I am exactly 6% of the way through this book. Today, I want to get a couple hundred pages read of this. I have the audiobook as well, which is the only way that I'm going to get through this. So I think at some point, I'm going to move back over to my puzzle and work on that for a bit. But it's just going to be a slow day. I have literally nothing planned today. Today is an exceptional day. I love slow days. So the nothing days are incredible. This is great. I love this. So yeah, it's just gonna be reading, gonna be puzzling. I'm very happy about it. I'll catch up with you a little later once I have actual thoughts about Words of Radiance. I did look up a quick little summary just so I could remember what each of the points of views from The Way of Kings did in the book. So I read that yesterday and then dove right in, and honestly doesn't feel like I've missed a lot. So that's good, but I need to read these quicker because I read The Way of Kings in 2020 or 2021, one of those 2 years. And I've been meaning to read this one since then, and it's now almost 2023. So that's what's up, that's what's happening, and I will catch you a little later.
Hello, friends. It is officially almost 2023. Gathering myself, about to head out to my friend's place. I gotta pick up a couple of my friends on the way, but got a plate of goodies. But other than that, ready to go. Everything's great. I just wanted to pop in and say hey, because I realized that I hadn't like spoken to y'all in a hot second. But all right, so I am making okay progress on the puzzle. 2 days worth of progress. We've got basically all of the like intricate, easy to do designs done, like Caddy and the bits on this side and the teapot. But besides that, I was trying to finish the Words of Radiance for tonight, but I made it to page 617 and I am loving this book. I don't know what it is. I was thinking about it today when I was doing dishes in my kitchen. It feels like I haven't had the break, the incredible break that I had between reading Way of Kings and this. Like I'm in it. This world feels so familiar to me. So I'm loving that. And I'm absolutely loving the story this go around. Like Shallan is becoming one of my favorite characters and I really didn't like her in the first book. Kaladin is the best. And I'm really, really intrigued by all the things that are happening in this and like the very clear, distinct details that Brandon is giving us in this book. I am really liking it. I am really liking it. So much so that I might have to go get Oathbringer and read it right away in the new year. But I do have New Year's plans, New Year reading plans, 2023 reading plans that I also wanted to chat about. I think in the new year, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this rolling for reading, this D20 page here, and I'm going to rewrite it and fill in all of the books that I have read with other books that I want to read as well. So I know that I've forfeited Bloodmarked essentially because I want to reread Legendborn. So I'm going to try do that. I'm going to try do Legendborn and Bloodmarked for sure in January, but a few of the other books that I've like acquired this December and some of the ones that I meant to get to in like November and October, I'm going to put onto this list, fill this out again and do the reading that way, which should be good, and exciting. But this is definitely going to be the first book that I finish in 2023 because I still have this entire chunk to go. How many pages is it actually? Let's find out. 1,080 pages and I'm sitting on page 617. However many that is. 400 roughly? 470 pages left? Almost 500 pages. It's like a whole novel. But I'm happy that I'm over halfway now and I'm really liking it. So that's good. And I'm gonna just keep reading it for the rest of this weekend. I should stop talking. I gotta go pick up my friends. I'll catch up with you guys a little later. Hello friends, happy, I don't know what day of the week it is, Sunday? Something? Nobody knows. I'm just kind of packing up. I didn't realize how late it was. But I wanted to hop in and say hey because I hadn't talked to you guys all day. It's been a good day. There's not a whole lot going on. Today though, what did I do? What did I get up to? Oh, I ended up kind of setting up finishing like all of the nitpicky bits in my bullet journal from this past year, from 2022, so that I could like, you know, fill in the last few books that I read, finish up my stats pages, that kind of a thing, get it all filled in and finished. And then I officially started going through all my Storygraph stuff because I've started using Storygraph, which is fun because my friend is on it and she really likes it. So she wanted a bunch of us to move over with her so we could get a taste of it.
it. So for the foreseeable future, I will be working with Goodreads and Storygraph because that's just easy. I have both pages open on my computer and I have both apps on my phone, so it should be easy to track both. Yeah, I got Storygraph set up. I had to do a bunch of, like, I had to make sure that all of my Goodreads stuff came in properly from last year because I reread so many books that a lot of them didn't count the reread on Storygraph, so I had to go in and manually make sure it was all there. And then I spent some of the day working on or reading Words of Radiance, and I am now about 800 pages in, which is very fun, very exciting. So I only have that little bit left. I have like 200 pages left, which I'm hopefully gonna do tomorrow. I'm gonna finish that up tomorrow and have my first read of 2023 down. Crazy. And other than that, not a whole lot's going on. I haven't worked on my puzzle, so tomorrow's the last day I can actually have it at that table because I go back to work on Tuesday, so that means I need to have my table cleared for my computer and stuff. So tomorrow's gonna be a big puzzle day. We gotta finish Caduceus up. It's mainly just the outside stuff, so hopefully I can do it. It's been so lovely having this time in between Christmas and New Year's to myself. Like, I love my parents and all that, but it's so nice to be able to just not have to talk to anybody or like do anything that you absolutely have to do, because no one needs anything to be done in this time. Like, nothing needs to be done between now and between Christmas and New Year's, so it's nice to just recharge, sit on the couch, read, do a puzzle. I also started watching, and I got through 6 of the episodes of A League of Their Own, the TV show, which I'm loving. It took me too long to get to it, to be honest. Like, I have been meaning to get to it for a while. It's been on my list, but if you guys know me, I'm not very good with TV shows and keeping up with shows, but I am hoping that I can get a little better at that. But yeah, tomorrow I'm gonna finish that up because there's only 8 episodes. That's the update for today. It's been a good day. This vlog is probably gonna be so long for you guys. I'm so sorry, but it's just gonna be a bunch of holiday hullabaloo, so good times. Anyways, my friends, I will chat with you tomorrow, the last day of this vlog. It's gonna be officially the 2nd of January tomorrow, so see you then. Hello friends, happy Monday. It is officially Monday. I have been sitting here listening to the audiobook of the Words of Radiance and puzzling since like noon, and it is now 4:30 and I'm about to just kind of get myself together and go to my parents' place for dinner. But I was going to stop at the bookstore on the way to theirs because I just finished the Words of Radiance and I need Oathbringer, but I just looked online and no stores have it. My friend and I are planning on going to one of the other bookstores that I can't actually check online if they have any, but on Wednesday, so I'll probably have to wait until then to grab it. But I finished Words of Radiance and I need Oathbringer. This was exceptional. Oh, it was so good. Oh my god, I have a knack for starting years with 5-star reads. This was so good, top to bottom. It took me like friggin' like 4 days, 3 days to read this 1000-page tome. God, this was good. So good. At the end, I was like cheering as I was puzzling. Speaking of puzzling, I am nearly done. There are just a few things that I have to keep working on. And it's of course all like the super nitpicky stuff that's gonna take me eons to get it done, because it's like all the little stuff that I can't actually differentiate, like the sky. It's all the same, like it's just like gentle hues of different colors, which is easier than all the same color. So it should be okay. But every time I do a puzzle, it gets to a point where I just like start trying a piece in every spot it can go because I can't tell if it's right or not. Anyways, I wanted to officially pop in and close out this crazy long holiday vlog for you guys because we're officially done. Tomorrow work week starts up again and life kind of gets back to normal. So anyways, I don't even remember what I read in this vlog. I think we started it off with finishing The Spear Cuts Through Water, which was so good, 4.5 stars. And then what the hell did I read? I think it was Thistlefoot, which I gave 3 stars, didn't love it. And then it was these 2 holiday reads, which I gave 3.5 stars each. The hell else did I read? Oh yeah, Valor, which I gave 4.5 stars. Absolutely amazing. And then, where'd it go? This big boy. The Words of Radiance, which I'm giving 5 stars. There's no question about it. There's no question about it. That's a 5-star read for me. Guys, I read so much this month. Hold on. Look at this stack. What is even it? What? God, I read so much. I read so much in the end of December and then the start of January. All right, my friends, I will catch you in another video very, very soon. Stay kind and keep on reading.